Hi guys, so I finally finished reading Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and I think it's been a long awaited video. So I'm sure most of you have already heard about Gone Girl, either the book or the movie. It's been extremely popular this year, and this is the cover of the book. It's a pretty thick book, but it's a rather easy read, and the author is Gillian Flynn, as I've already mentioned, so I think I should start with the plot. The story takes place in Missouri, United States, and there's a guy called Nick. He's the husband of a beautiful wife called Amy. Nick is a writer, and his wife Amy creates personality quizzes in magazines, and so they both moved to Missouri from New York because Nick's mother has cancer and his father isn't very healthy either, so they moved to Missouri to take care of his dying mother. And their marriage isn't going very well. They don't communicate, they have struggles. Amy doesn't feel very comfortable in Missouri because she's an upper class girl, and then she has to deal with a change. Life is in Missouri, they both lose their jobs. They're just not happy in their relationship anymore. So the story begins from Nick's perspective. It might look very confusing at first because it starts by him describing the skull of his wife. He's talking about their relationship, and then you see their relationship from Amy's perspective, which is completely different. And so in the book you have these kind of, I don't even want to say chapter, but like these tiny little chapters. Basically you have Nick done, and then you flip a few pages, then you have Amy Elliott done. So the story is written from both of their perspectives, and yeah, it's basically told by Amy and Nick, but Amy is telling her story through her diary. It might be very twisted and complex to grasp at first, but once you do, it's really interesting. The story begins on their 5-year anniversary. Nick is at the bar with his sister Go. They have a bar called The Bar, and he gets a call from their neighbor telling that the door of their house is open, the cat is outside, and yeah, basically Nick, you should come home and look what's going on. So Nick goes home right away, and he realizes that his wife is missing, nowhere to be found, and then police arrives right away and he gets blamed for the murder. Throughout the entire book you are trying to figure out what happened to Amy. At one point, I think it's around the middle of the book, there's climax, and everything you have believed turns out not to be true. It's a psychological thriller, so it's gonna leave you speechless. At some point you're gonna be like, whoa, 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 wait a minute, what's going on? Is it really not what I thought it is? The way that it's written is absolutely incredible. I found Amy's character to be just mind-blowing. Gillian Flynn really knows her thing. I absolutely loved her writing style. Like, I had to fold pages to mark the places that I absolutely loved. There are so many lines that I wanted to highlight. It's very easy to read. She doesn't really use complex language, but she is so witty, so sharp, and oh, it's just incredible. Every part, like Amy or Nick, they end with a sentence that's gonna leave you wondering what's gonna happen next. Absolutely love the book. I rate it very highly, 10 out of 10. Let me tell you this, it is an extremely twisted novel. It has a lot of turns and changes, and it plays with your mind a lot. When I read it, I said to my boyfriend, it's such a mind effer. I know there were lots of people that were disappointed by the ending, some loved it, some didn't like it, and I'm definitely one of those people that was disappointed with the ending. It really didn't end the way I hoped it would. It leaves you with that unpleasant, uneasy feeling. You're like, what the hell? Like, how is that even possible? Having loved this book so much, which actually made Gillian Flynn popular, I want to pick up her other 2 books, Dark Places and Sharp Objects, which are both psychological thrillers as well, because she's just incredible at that. If you guys have read Dark Places or Sharp Objects, let me know which book I should pick up first, because I think I want to read both of them. The evening I finished reading this book, I watched the movie with my brother because it was highly rated as well. Everyone seemed to love it. But I have to say I was a bit disappointed with the movie. The book is incredible, but the movie didn't the movie just didn't transfer that, the same emotion. It didn't have that same feeling. It wasn't as thrilling, it wasn't as intense and surprising. Reading the book, I was so drawn into it, but watching the movie, at places it was kind of boring and a little bit slow. Yeah, so the movie didn't give me the same feeling that the book did. My final thoughts would be, if you want to watch the movie, please read the book first, because the movie isn't nearly as good as the book is. So yeah, that's my book review. Sorry guys, I'm not good when it comes to book reviews at all. I think it's my second book review ever. But if you liked it, please let me know and I'll keep doing book reviews. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!